I boarded the 6:15 train like I did every evening, a routine so ingrained that I could almost predict the gentle sway of the carriage and the rhythmic clatter of wheels on tracks. Today, however, something was different. It took a moment to pinpoint the source of my unease, an instinctive chill that crept up my spine. That's when I noticed the shadows, or rather, the lack thereof. The fluorescent lights overhead cast long, thin shapes of seats and poles, but the passengers themselves were eerily devoid of any shadow at all. It was subtle, almost easy to miss, but once you saw it was impossible to unsee. In the dim light, I could only make out vague faces, all turned towards the front of the train, eyes glazed and unblinking. I tried to rationalize it, convincing myself that it was merely a trick of the light, perhaps a quirk of the station's old fixtures. But as the train plunged into a tunnel, a suffocating darkness engulfed the carriage, and my heart stopped. I blinked rapidly, adjusting to the blackness, but as my eyes readjusted, the passengers remained visible, faintly glowing with an unnatural luminescence, still shadowless in the deep void. Panic bubbled within me. I felt like an intruder in some bizarre tableau, a lone flicker of life in a sea of eerie stillness. The train emerged from a tunnel, and with the return of normal light, my fellow travelers seemed to snap back into their semblance of humanity, though still shadowless. I bolstered my courage and quietly approached the nearest passenger, an elderly woman clutching a handbag. "Excuse me," I whispered, "do you notice anything strange?" Her eyes met mine, and for a moment, her lips curled into a knowing smile, but she said nothing. Instead, she motioned towards the window. As I turned to look outside, the train pulled past my usual stop, my hometown now a blur of lights. I saw them, shadowy figures standing outside on the platform, identical to those inside, watching us pass with hollow gazes. My heart pounded as I realized that the figures outside were casting shadows, their dark outlines stretching across the concrete. The truth hit me like a cold wave. The real passengers were outside, and I was trapped in a train full of empty shells, perhaps headed to a destination beyond the realm of the living.